Hello, our friends. We are start a new chapter of the podcast with Becky Rothstein. Words to help you to improve your life. And today is a very important lesson because we want to talk about energy. What can be more important to energy? Energy is life. So you know me, that I want to go straight to the questions. But before, Becky, how are you? How you feel?
Great. And my energy is top, top, top. I take care of it. Yes.
Yes. This is a very important stuff because wow, people is so tired those days.
Yes.
Everybody is super tired. Like,
Yes.
and
Yes.
many women over 40 say, I'm tired all the time and I don't know why. Like, what would you tell them to help understand where that physical and emotional exhaustion, I'm sorry about my English, really comes from?
I love it. A Chilean speaking English. That's perfect.
I'm doing my best. I'm doing my
Yeah, it's
best.
okay. It's okay. I understand. Okay. Okay. So the question is, what is happening that everyone is so tired? That's what you are mentioning now?
Yeah, where the how to, I'm trying to help to understand where the physical and emotional exhaustion
Okay.
really comes from.
Yes, yes. First of all, we need to understand energy. When I will share with you, Mati, from my personal view, it took me years to understand the idea of the energy because energy is power, energy is life. And we get energy from food, of course, and walking out of the gym with the air. I am a believer, so I believe that the energy pours into me from God, gives me the ideas. And this power of the energy, we have to take care of it because we design the energy with our thoughts. That's the first encounter with energy, the way of thinking in the conscious mind. So we design, like clay, we design what's going on, what we are going to create according to how we perceive the energy that is coming to us. And it's true. I laugh when I hear, the mother says to the child, is maybe 4 or 5 years old, and she says, bring me, please, darling, a cup of water, a glass of water. And he will say, oh, I don't have, the koyach, the strength to bring you. Where does he learn? How does he know that he doesn't have, the strength to bring a glass of water? It's because they copy what we say. We have to be aware. So I think that the main thing that I would say subs out the energy mainly is our way of thinking. That's mainly. When I want
Mm.
to help young women, people at my age, doesn't matter. Take care of your mind. Our mind is a divine creative center, used to say Bob Proctor, a divine creative center. So we can use it in order to keep our energy, our aliveness, our power. How we do it? Those are the steps that we are going to talk according to your questions. I would love that.
Yeah, I like to make an example of the computers. When you the computer start to go slow, and the computer is like it's kind of tired, it's because he have a virus, but the virus is mostly on the software, and it's like the way of the computer thinks and not in the hardware, in like the physical part.
Right, right. And can you imagine how the power in the battery or the computer, like you mentioned, goes down? It happens in us the same. And probably the main issue, the main one, is we think too much. We are too
Mm.
much in the thinking reality. What's going on? What's going on? And people come to me and they say, I would love to create this or manifest this or live another life with my husband or with the children or with the mother-in-law. Doesn't matter. Or the food with the weight. The perception, it's always also in our conscious mind. And the way we perceive life and we think about it and think about, we overthink, overthinking people, no? You know them.
Of
So
course.
you never get to the point where you let it be and you focus on what you want. And then your energy goes up.
I think that, I don't know, sometimes for men it's a little bit easier because we don't have too much thoughts in their mind. We just have like one or maybe half of the thought. Like, but well, I can't speak for every man, but like most of the time we're more simple.
Yes, I know. Because a mother has, I will say, a factory. Think for a moment, the wife. There's the wife, a daughter, a sister, a niece, her children, maybe grandmother. And they're always, I see people in my coaching room taking care in their minds of this and this and this and not doing anything. So this energy, instead of empowering yourself to your goal, what you want to manifest, the new you, it goes down and down again and again, and nothing happens, and you don't do with it anything, so you lose energy. I like to see, a barrel of wine. I was one in Zichron, and I saw how they keep the wine in those big barrels of wood. And imagine that there are very small 2 holes down that you don't realize they're there. But the wine is going out, going out, going out. That's our energy, exactly the same by the thoughts we think.
Do you think that there's a difference between love energy and lack of direction? Because most of the time it's like when people starts to think too much because they're not a clear direction. I'm saying what we repeat in the other episode of the podcast. You are all invited to see them.
I think it's important to know that the person who doesn't have a goal in life or a desire, the person will become critical and judgmental, and we see the wrong in everywhere. A person has to have a desire. We were created like that. So everyone at the, in the age they are, they can also dare to look inside and see that I would like, that I would love. And when you are in focus only on that for a moment, some 3-4 hours, you take a deep breath and you focus on the desire, your energy goes up. And the thoughts, I like Louise Hay, who, I'm a fan, and she used to say, just get out of the way. Get out of the ways, get out all your thoughts, put on the side, and focus on what you want, on your desire. And I get so emotional, I can even cry when people, they're contacting me through the WhatsApp and through the mail, and they share with me what they are getting from our sessions, exactly that, getting to the point where they want to go. And then there is order, like you said, there is order in the mind instead of what's going on now. We are rested, we are calm, we are safe, going towards the goal that we want.
Becky, you have an incredible energy at 77 years old. I've been your friend for almost 3 years. Almost 77 years old. I'm sorry with the details.
A man shouldn't ask the age, of a woman, but that's okay. We are.
Yes. You know that I've been your friend for like 3 years. We've been working together, and I see how atomic energy you have. Yes. And I saw it by myself. Like I can testify about it. And what habits, routines, or daily decisions have been key to maintaining that level of vitality for decades?
Yes, I think the main point is to be aware when you wake up. When we don't do the work, we wake up tired, without any energy to start the day, and we drag ourselves, God forbid. I used to do that. I used to wake up and say, because I suffered so much from my back, I used to wake up and immediately know who will help me today and how terrible this day is going to be. Now, when we want to change the programming, like you mentioned in the computer, we want to change the program, I have to put an idea there that gives me ways to manifest it. So I wake up in the morning, before I put my feet on the floor, I'm just saying this is going to be the best day of my whole life till today. I'm just start talking to myself and what I'm going to conquer today with God's help. And I'm going to really connect with my desire and bring, the new me in the future, already manifesting the desire, how she would feel. That's the way I'm going to feel today. And when I do it before I put my feet, out of bed, I already have such a wonderful energy. You remember we talked about breathing exercises. For me, it's super duper. I mean, wow. I do the breathing exercise every morning, the meditation every morning. Before all that, I go out very early in the morning because everything is quiet so I can get good ideas. And I think that's really important in order to start the day with a booster of energy. When I finish the day, I know I used all the energy for this day.
Yeah, like some people can think that maybe you work like easily, not do too much work, you wake
No,
up late.
no, my
I
friend.
know you wake up like 5 a.m.
Yes,
every day since I know you, like 3 years old, waking 5 a.m. all day.
yes,
So it's not like to just have just like the levels of energy, like you really know what can make a difference between have lower levels of energy and higher levels of energy.
exactly, exactly. And like I said, it's like I could imagine that we get energy to our tank of energy, and I use every drop till the end of the day. So no one sees what I do when they're not watching, and I'm working all day and helping people through the phone, through the mail, through the WhatsApp, to really get to this point where they are happy with their life, because that's I suffer. I really it's so painful to see women at the age of 35, 40, 45, reaching the 50s, and like they have spent the energy. And be very aware, food also saps energy. And so many foods that they sap our energy. Now I love to eat, and from once in a while I will allow myself to eat, the rubbish, but that's not the everyday. So by taking care of your mind, you are attracted to eat the good food, you are attracted to keep your weight, and you don't care what others are doing, Mati. You don't care what others are doing. That's what when I detach myself from other people, I get so many phone calls. Maybe instead of coming to you, I would go and I teach for so many years the Luisa program, and I'm preparing now the Quantum Leap. So people say to me, but maybe to go to NLP, and maybe to go to EFT, and maybe, and maybe, and maybe. And I always say, I don't compare myself with nobody. I am the product of my product. So that's what I teach.
Amazing. Becky, a lot of um, a lot of women carry everything, like the home, the kids, community, expectations, and there's a lot of silent energy thieves. There's something that they're not seeing, maybe some details or people that rob the energy from them, drain the energy from them.
Yes, we have to be careful. We have to be careful because we attract who we are. And I think that God loves us enormously. And therefore, He shows us in the outside experience of me, through experiences and people, where I need to change. Sometimes I think if we would be, if we would be transparent and we would really be aware of all the things we have to change in order to really be in this place where God wants us to be, I don't think we could really work with it because it's so many areas that we want to change. A baby comes to this world so clean, so pure, and at the age, the psychologists, they say at the age of 6, 7, they already have how you say, the sergeant, the policeman telling this is this and this is that. And he starts comparing with other children, especially girls. I work with young girls who are really in this spot, comparing themselves with other girls, trying to be the queen. Such a waste
The
of
queen
energy.
bee.
The queen bee, yes, and such a waste of energy. If they would really accept and appreciate who they are. The self-image is the number one when we want to achieve something different, we want to manifest something, is the number one that we have to work with. Luisa used to say, to love, approve, and accept yourself the way you are in the now. That's the starting point.
Mm. There's the concept in social media about energy vampires, so vampires of energy. There are people who do feed and drain about your energy. Maybe
Yes.
sometimes you go out of your house and this day is going to be amazing and you have amazing energy, but you talk to somebody on the street and maybe on in your way to work, and after the conversation with these people you feel tired and you
Mm.
feel depressed. How set boundaries can affect our energy in this case, Becky?
Okay. In my place of work, of course, I put a very strict boundary. Today, I dare to say after 26 years, soon in March, 26 years, that I met Louise Hay personally, and I did with Dr. Patricia Crane my works. I came back there to become professional. I went there to heal my back, and I not to, I brought it to Israel, and I started to work immediately because the change was enormous. So today I know the boundary that I put. If a client drains my energy at the end of the session, I don't work with this client because I prefer to give her another name where they are more in I would say, in a better relationship or alignment of energies, because I know my energy and I keep my energy high because I know I can help people with God's help. If somebody tries to prove me that I'm not right, that's not for me. And yes,
Try to argue.
yes, in family, it's more difficult because you cannot say, out of the area. And still, I have met so many people who have issues with the children that they don't talk to them anymore, or terrible issues with the spouses. And I have seen so many miracles when the person changes. Why? Because we are the creator with God. We create situations with God. We manifest situations with God. And then we are there and we say, this is happening now and I don't like it. The effect, I don't like it. The cause is always me in the area that I am. I have seen miracles, really miracles in changes in relationships, especially also in abundance, is of course the people I'm helping with the health.
Mm. And what about like the women that tried everything, like diet, gym, supplements, and they have a supplement for this, supplement for that, and still don't feel good, still feel tired?
I really like the question because I was speaking with a young man today in the morning, and I was saying to him, you jump from one studies to other program to this program to everything you collect, it's in your conscious mind. If you don't get wet, like can you learn to swim from a book? So you have to try implementing 3 4 months, and then you can say, I want another thing, I want another thing. The issue with the weight, which is really important in women, we have a beautiful program of just being aware, and expanding or changing or creating an enormous self-image. That's going to be the basics in order to change the weight. And I really liked how Bob Proctor would mention it. He would say, everyone says, I want to lose weight. Don't say you want to lose weight because your subconscious will find it again. It's amazing. If you think about it, it's amazing because our subconscious is trying to give us the results of what we are asking for. So when we're going to get rid of what we don't need anymore, we understand that overweight is security that we are not having in the moment. That's why we start with the self-esteem, with like I say, a self-image, very powerful. Suddenly it's so easy to really change, to create yourself for a new, I would say, to create you new with another image of yourself. We believe the image that we have about ourselves with all the stories we have created, we are so addicted to them. Why don't we get addicted to the new me? That would be
Mm.
wonderful, right?
Wow, yeah. And there's a, well, we talked before and we know that after women after 40, sometimes they feel that they're done with their life. Like my life is over, basically. And this internal narrative also affect their energy.
Of course. like I said, if I don't have a goal, and it can be an easy goal, and I help people to find their goal, their desire, that it's really inside, especially in women, because they don't dare to share the goal or their desire. It's not appropriate what people will think about it, what the husband or the mother or whatever. So when we find what really excites us, we start the day with high energy. High energy, we could say the vibration of energy is exactly the feeling. And feelings are the secret. When I feel good, everything looks good, right? So this is what we create when we have high energy. People ask me, what is this vibration of energy? Well, that's feelings. When I feel good, I have a high vibration. When I feel low, I have a low vibration. And we can learn to work on the vibration to stay up the feelings or up the vibration, to feel the energy. We feel it. When we are conscious, we feel it. And we can always put it up, elevate it, and it's a wonderful feeling.
Oh, well, this is amazing. I think that energy for people now, it's like the real coin, you know, the real money behind the real wealth. Because if you have energy, you have everything. Basically, you have health, you have good relationship, because you have energy to spend with your loved ones. You have energy to work. Energy is everything.
Yes, I would say the currency.
What?
The currency.
Yeah, it's like
Currency that you can
the
really
more
work with it.
important currency.
Right.
Yes,
Yes.
that's the word that I was trying to look for. Yeah.
Yes.
Vicky, what would you say, if you can give only one advice, micro habit, something that you can do every day to increase your energy levels?
You know that my love work is the mirror work. And when I tell my coaches, I say, just please get the mirror and make it your friend. I always am carrying a mirror, because when you look in the mirror never will lie. So when you go up in the morning and you look at the mirror, you say, oh, I look terrible. Oh, I need to make you the maquillage. Oh, I look so old, or whatever. You can convert that. You are the first person you meet in the morning when you see yourself, the person that is going to go with you till the end of your days. So it would be worthwhile to invest on you, right? So
Absolutely.
I really, really like to look myself in the mirror in the morning, you know, as I wake up, I wash my face, and to say, today I'm going to show you that I love you. Because when you love you, you want to invest in you and to create a wonderful life. Isn't it like that? Mirror work. Look in the eyes, and if you feel that it's not nice for you, you don't feel well, just stay there a little bit more and say, it's okay. I'm willing to love you. I am willing to help you to find this love inside you, because it's there and you have forgotten about it.
Okay, Vicky. I think that we're going to finish for now. And well, next week we keep this amazing program with amazing tips to have a beautiful life. So
Have
thank
a
you, Vicky,
wonderful
for
Shabbat.
everything.
A
Shabbat
wonderful
Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Bye bye.